Disclaimer. Alrighty, hello everyone. Now for this video, we have the Beyblade X manga chapter review. However, obviously supports the official. There's going to be some text that says, please support the official release. And shout out to my boy Keo for the translation notes. God bless their soul. We salute them. And obviously, if you're wondering on Team Extreme translations, I don't know, give us like a week or something. Don't spam asking when's the translation out, please. We have lives. Okay, but yeah, the Mala Bays plug, we have Beyblade X and Beyblade Burst stuff. It is an optional way to support the channel. I appreciate any support regardless. With that being said, we'll get started. So my overall thoughts generally, just before we even get started, is I do want to talk about this red drawn buster that is, I guess, Coro Lottery limited to like 100 or whatever. I don't know. It seems to have maybe a similar paint to like how Phoenix Wing is. I have to say I don't care about it because I can't even get it if I wanted to. And they lock again, like they always lock the reverse of the colors, right? So like the drawn sword red is in the big entry set. The blue Hell Scythe is in the special, and now this is like the lottery thing, so it's like, whatever. Hope they do a release, non-painted, whatever, because I want it. And there's also new bays to talk about, which we'll cover in the end. It's just that I was going to do a video on just that, and in the chapter I thought, no, why, don't, come on. Okay, so basically, there's this thing with like all-star bay battle. So the idea with this, as we are kind of starting off, it's like, basically, except for Team Pendragon, random people are selected, and then after how this works, it's like voting, right? So it's like the popular votes, whatever. And then they're against a popular team. What's really important is we do actually see, or listen, I'm giving X a little bit of shit, because I'm like, well, why don't you see Bird training? We didn't get a full thing, but I understand why we can't, just because of how many pages we have in pacing, so that's fine, but we do see Bird is trying against Common X in training, and mostly he's basically saying, and this is like a theme for the chapter later on, that he has to draw out the potential of this bay to take advantage of all of its strengths. And my issue with this idea is, like, this is not like they just established this now. They've already established this since the Cadover test, even with Shigeru, when she used Bird's Bay of the previous Hell Scythe. Like, just because you have a new bay doesn't mean you're going to automatically win. You have to adapt and bring out the bay's potential, right? And I understand this, and, you know, I just like to see more of him trying to bring out the potential of his hell bays, because now he has 3 of them, and he can't use any of them. I mean, he can technically use them, you know what I mean? But, like, they need to push more on him trying to utilize his bays, because that's like the key to Bird's development to eventually trying to win. So a guy sneaks in, which, what's his name again? Oh, it's this there's actually a BEYTUBER influencer dude that sneaks in and steals data. Was it Pak-kun? I don't know when we're going to get the proper naming, so I'm just going to say Pak-kun, so when it's eventually wrong, you'll get to laugh in the comments. But he basically steals the data, right? And then after he's basically stolen a UX bay. Now, in particular, as we first of all see this new assortment of bladers, I guess it's Team Dream. And these are all like basically randos well, not randos, you know what I mean, but like popular voted randos. So for like the different bladers, you have like Rex, who is a top floor level pro. Pak-kun was like 45 million subscribers, and then after Queen Monju, who's supposed to be like this elderly, like veteran blader who has like almost 10,000 wins and 9 losses, an absurd amount. But yeah, that's interesting. How this works. So it's really weird, right? Because I was thinking, oh, is it going to be like a team battle? No, it's actually, well, I mean, I did say they have to try out interesting stuff, so it is cool. So the idea with this, it's like they go against each other, the winner stays from that team, and then after the loser is out. So it's single elimination, like the last one standing wins. So it's not too hard to kind of see where this could potentially go, but whatever, I guess. We'll see in the next two months, I guess. Next 2 months. Okay, so you know, after they basically get established with each other and all that team stuff, so basically they both reveal each other's Bey, and he has a Hell's Hammer, and he also has a Hell's Hammer, and Bird's like, what? So basically they realize he stole the data, but Multi's like, no, don't cost us the match if you mention this, right? Don't do the right, because they want to just continue on. They want to climb the tower and all that stuff. So Bird just accepts, like, you want to know, it doesn't matter, because I'm the true user of this Hell's Hammer Bey. Then after, from there, what basically Bird says, it's like, okay, well, whoever's going to win this, whoever can actually use the power of the Bey properly. So you do get a little bit of a kind of like this little, you know, flashback where Multi's basically trying to show him how to kind of use the Bey. So this is where I have a little bit of contention with this chapter. So essentially have it where Bird does master part of an ability of Hell's Hammer, where he basically masters the smash attack of this, right? The hammer smash, right? And Bird was able to quickly adapt to use that, but she misjudged Bird, and she thought he wasn't ready to learn the other part of it and withheld information from him because he was supposed to learn the hammer crash, right? The downward smash of Hell's Hammer's actual full potential and ability. And you have this where it's sort of like, so I guess Bird pretty much would have won because that's basically what would have been the case. And that's why she blames herself in that chapter. It's like, wow, you know, I was wrong to not tell you this information, because had you had this information, you would have probably won. And it's like, okay, so you basically kind of seem mostly off-panel, because I guess they don't have that many pages, obviously, because of the core restrictions, that he's so close to properly getting a win. He's more or less mastered, at least, will say for the hyperbole of this, half of his Bey. So that means by some future chapter, they've got to make him, like after this team, because he's already lost, he's got to win. Like there's no other... What more can he have? Like, it's bringing out the Bey's potential. You know, fine, we're seeing these... Please, give him something. Show him more of learning of the Bey, please. I don't... It feels like it was just like, oh, well, actually, we can't have him win at this point in the story. She forgot to tell him this. You know what I mean? It's... I don't like that. I don't like that storytelling that they did there for it. So basically what happens from this point in the battle, it's a typical thing. He does an extreme dash, hammer crash, and defeats Bird with a burst finish, and obviously some of the stuff obviously occurred prior, like the Multi conversation. And Multi basically pulls up Wizard Rod, and basically what you find out is that, well, he only really was able to get data on Hammer. He wasn't able to find out for Buster or Rod, so he doesn't know what to do. And Multi absolutely sweeps and bodies this scrub. And also, keep in mind that this guy was, like, taunting Bird, oh, you're weak and pathetic. And Multi basically captured that, and she said, alright, bet. And then after she humiliates him, right, because she's also popular, right, he's an influencer, she basically just, like, vlogs it, dude. That's cool. And that was pretty good. I actually like that quite a bit. And then after that, it's going to be moving on, because now there are the other two bladers in it. But, I thought it was okay, because she also exposes him at the end because he stole data and broadcast it on stream to the whole pro arena. So this is like getting exposed and proven canceled live. So yeah, it's kind of fun. Can you imagine losing a match? Hey yo, he cheated! Live, dude. Oh, that's stacking L's, dude. That's stacking L's, actually. That's great. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, but okay ending, I guess. Okay ending. I didn't like really the... Okay, but either way, for some of the future base stuff, we have one that's BX release. Now, this is definitely probably the Dino guy, because it's very aggressive in its shape. It looks very close to that of, like, Imperial in design, I'm pretty sure, I want to say, or like an angry unicorn sting, essentially. But it does look pretty cool and aggressive, so I'm very curious to see when that eventually releases, you know, what are the parts, what are all that stuff. It does look pretty hype. And just judging by the fact, since this is this whole thing where the winner has to stay, since Multi basically beats the Team Dream BEYTUBER guy, now it's probably the Rex guy, I would assume that Multi will probably pull out a UX Knight variant, because there's literally a UX Knight. Well, not confirmed, but it would make the most sense if he had an attack type, she pulls out the UX defense type, and then they go from there. I mean, that design looks pretty like a smoothed out Hell's Hammer, so I don't know, that's kind of cool, I guess. Aside from that, that's kind of it. I don't know. I thought I was kind of I was decently fair for this chapter, decently fair. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. You know, and again, my issue is not even that he lost; it's just the context of how he's losing, and I feel that's where you have to separate my criticism that I have for the manga and even the anime, and like because other people just say, "Oh, this is shit just because Bird lost." No, it's not bad because Bird lost. It's the context of how he lost and how they're treating it, and his development overall, right? Because people are treating this, right, where it's this idea where it has to be that this has to be like Jinga Hagane, where he wins every single thing, or Voltoi. No, it's like listen, it's fine in the context of within the series. It's just I don't know. I've talked with this Mizuma so many times, but yeah. Yeah. Also, by the way, the BX one, the aggressive one, that's definitely the April one, and the UX one, that's definitely the May one. But that's about it. But I thought I was very fair. You know, I still said I very much disagree with the setup of this chapter, whatever. But any other compliments to give? I don't know. Good art, obviously. That's always a given. Come on. I'll say I'll give credit as we enough. I liked the team setup. I think that's a cool idea of a team idea. I actually would love to see that play out IRL because it sounds pretty cool. But yeah, that's about it for now. So take care and bye!